My wonderful, beautiful, amazing Capricorns. I'm Gabriella from Gabriella's Vampire Tarot. For today, I'm going to be doing a general love reading of 5 card spread. But before I do that, I want to offer these 2 beautiful roses as a token of my love and appreciation for you all for joining and subscribing to my channel. I love you guys incredibly, so thank you so much for your love and devotion towards my channel and myself. This 5 card love reading includes that the first card represents you, the second the other person, the third relationship, fourth the past, fifth the future. Then I'm going to draw a special oracle for you and then a favole, but let's get started with card number 1, which is you. 2 of Pentacles. Okay. It's like this card has, sort of mixed, messages but the thing is on one side you could be, juggling many responsibilities and obligations, because normally in the other tarot card you see this person holding 2 balls and having to juggle many responsibilities and obligations. It could be, that you could be in a beautiful, harmonious, stable, grounded connection with somebody, but yet, you have your job, you have to take care of your children, and maybe, it's like, okay, you probably also have to take care of, or, will spend some time with your loved one, your spouse, your partner, your companion, whoever it may be, and maybe you're just kind of in the phase of where you're just doing everything at once, or maybe you're trying to, create time and stuff like that to be able to fit all of those responsibilities in, each day or wherever it may be. But it could also be that you're in a choosy kind of situation as well, for the ones who are single, or, or in a courtship phase where you could still be choosing, which person you're going to be choosing from. So that's one aspect. So it's not particularly like the 7 of Cups, but it's sort of like, to be able to say, well, I have, 2 people who, who I am interested in. Who do I choose as well? So, but yeah, for the ones who, so I think I actually covered both the ones who are single and the ones in a relationship. But either way, I do see responsibilities or choices to be made. The other person, the 8 of Pentacles. Okay, the other person is a hardworking individual. Okay, it's like, okay, it's like that's why, you both probably have jobs. Maybe, you already have a beautiful family. The other person is working incredibly hard. Maybe they're doing a lot of self-improvement, self-development, or maybe they're creating something. Maybe they're entrepreneurs. But whatever the reason may be, this person is incredibly hardworking themselves. It could be a fellow Earth sign. It could be another Capricorn. It could be Virgo or Taurus, or somebody who's just very grounded, down-to-earth, authentic, but very, hardworking in their own way. No, but for the ones who are single, I can see how, you may have your eyes on somebody, who could, who comes across as being very hardworking and also very disciplined and also just taking good care of themselves and stuff. So maybe, it's like, you have 2 options. One person is the 8 of Pentacles who's really hardworking, and the other person could be whatever it may be. So I can also see how you can just have your eyes on this person as well. Relationship. 6 of Cups. Okay. This is kind of like a nostalgic kind of card. It's like, this applies for the ones who are already currently in the relationship, probably long-lasting, stable, grounded, authentic, whatever it may be. You could already have a family. Maybe that's why you're the one who's juggling a lot of responsibilities of taking, care of your children, your job, career, or even, spending time with your spouse, husband, wife, companion, whoever it may be. But that's what I love to see, is a very beautiful, a nostalgia, looking back at, reminiscing about the past of when you guys went on courtship phases, dates, when you guys took each other out, you guys, just enjoyed spending time with each other and stuff like that. So that's what I love to see. But for the ones who are single and stuff like that, I can see how you can kind of be craving this situation as well, and it's not quite there yet, but it could also be that you're still in the process of approaching this situation. But we're going to have to look at the past first. Page of Pentacles. Okay. The thing is about the Page of Pentacles, it's kind of like in this situation, it's like a potential offering. So if you found your true love in this person, whoever it was, it could be a fellow Earth sign. It's like, this person is like a business person, it's like, because, you see the briefcase, with the pentacle on it, it's kind of like saying, are you going to accept my proposition, yes or no? Well, obviously, if you're in a current situation, you obviously probably said yes, or maybe you're the one that proposed to the other person, and they say, yeah, I would love to, or, probably in a bit more exciting manner than how I expressed. But for the ones who are single, I can see how maybe, it's like you were probably, throwing out propositions and stuff like that, or maybe you were trying out different flavors because you do get the Two of Pentacles. Maybe you also had to, like, juggle your own personal responsibilities or taking care of yourself no matter what. But I could see that, you did put time and effort on something. And like any pages, it's like, going out on this journey, whether it's the Page of Swords, an outgoing card, Page of Wands going out on a journey, the Page of Cups offering, but the Page of Pentacles is approaching, something that has value. The future, King of Pentacles. Okay, you could end up with maybe a fellow Earth sign, but this, King of Pentacles, for the ones who are in a relationship, this is a very grounded, long-lasting, authentic, organic, probably, but real, connection. So congratulations on finding whoever this person is. It doesn't per se have to be an Earth sign, but somebody that really, gives you this grounded feeling, or maybe you're the one that provides the stability and grounded feeling no matter what. But for the ones who are single, I can see how you do crave stability in the future, stuff like that. But I do see you actually having options, choices, and stuff like that. And you want to have, a sense of maybe being in a family someday, or maybe, anything. And maybe you put a lot of time and effort regarding this connection in the past as well. So that's why, it's like I can see how this is kind of like your craving, your desire, your thirst, and your hunger, for this, situation of wherever it's going to be and whoever it's going to be with, of course. So, well, the thing is the most important thing is to just, keep at it. Try to see, who you want to be with. Try to, take risks, of course, but nothing that'll potentially cause any potential problems. But I don't see any kind of potential problems heading your way no matter what. But let's see what Oracle has. Witness, to know personal evidence and to speak out. Yes. The thing is for the single ones in this world, it's important to let, your needs and desires be known by, approaching, whoever this person is, or whoever, because you already started doing that in the past. But to let the other person also know, to say, I want to be with you, I love you, I'm interested in you, and stuff like that. Yes, I know a lot of humans are kind of, a bit anxious, when it comes to actually expressing yourself and stuff like that. But it's better, to face rejection and negativity rather than leaving, feelings and thoughts and ideas unsaid. Because the thing is, a lot of humans, from what I've, even remembered and came across from like hundreds of years, is that, a lot of humans, they have regret because they pretty much just think, I wish I would have told that man or woman that I love them. I wish I would have told that boy or girl, that I was interested. Those kinds of thoughts and stuff like that. Any kind of form of regret, because then, like if you hold back too often and you just think, I'm not ready yet to approach this person, okay, then, nothing's going to happen. The person probably doesn't realize that you're interested, and that person is probably going to find somebody else and stuff like that. So my suggestion would only be is to speak out and, for personal evidence, just to show, that you really care about them, to know and to witness and stuff like that. So, but either way, it's good to let your feelings be known. Okay, what does Favole have? The Eight of Wands, the Eight of Crosses. So something is moving quite fast in your favor for my beloved Capricorns. Maybe you have to travel overseas, abroad, to a different state, city, country to find your true love of whoever it may be. But I do see something moving quite fast in your favor. It could be, that you are going to be approaching this person, quite fast, because maybe you just think, well, time is running out. Maybe this person's about to move away, or maybe they're about to go on a courtship with somebody else. But it's really good to actually approach the situation as quickly as possible before, time, runs out for you no matter what. But I do, see also stability for you, but also, for the ones who are in a very beautiful connection, I do see a lot of traveling, a lot of, like journeys and all kinds of, excitement taking place in the future as well. So I think everything is just going to work out for whoever wants to be in a relationship or or is in a current beautiful relationship themselves. Okay. Well, my beautiful Capricorns, I'm going to have to leave it at this, but if this reading resonated, please feel free to join and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me and subscribing. I love you guys incredibly. I love your devotion towards my channel. In a few days, I'm going to go back to general readings. I'm going to go back and forth between general and love for now, but if anybody is also interested in a personal reading, I'm also available for that. All you have to do is just reach out to me and I'll respond with my email, and then we'll just start the process from there. But anyway, thank you so much for your love and devotion. I love you guys incredibly.